So I pretty much do all my work on the command line as opposed to a file browser. I do use a file browser a little bit, but for a little while I used the find command and just made it easier and shorter. Using some kind of an alias or something or a function in my bash RC. And I realized like I was getting these results and then I was grabbing the mouse and then I was going up and I was copying and pasting the results as an argument to whatever application I wanted to open it in. And I realized, what if all of these results, what if each result was set to a variable? And instead of copying and pasting the result to open it, I just type the name of my application and then the file name. So let's just do a run through real quick. Let's use LightDM. FS and then keyword that I want to search is LightDM. There we go. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. There we go. That looks better. So let's say I want to open up one of them in Vim. So I can, let's find one here. LightDM. Let's open up E. And if there's a space in it, you need to wrap it in quotes. There we go. Oh, that's a directory. Let's open up not a directory. How about G? There we go. There's one of my display setup script things. I guess that works. I don't recall that one. Let's see. Let's do F. There we go. There's opening up that in Vim, and let's say I want to open it up in my photo viewing app. So there's a PNG. H is a PNG. So there we go. That opens up that image. I'll close that. Go back. So that's exactly how the thing works. And I'll talk about, first off, for the variables to work in your current shell, you have to source it. So I have this alias in my bash RC. And this dot, what it does is it sources whatever you're running to the current directory. So that's how these variables work in my current shell. And so here I make sure there's an actual search term. And I just have it set up to where there's one word, one search term. I'm not aiming to add features and make this more complicated. If I want to do something more complicated, I'll just use the find command itself. But this is just a quick way to find files. So what I do here is I use find, and this is the argument here. And of course, surrounded by the asterisks to, so it doesn't have to be exact. And iname means it's not cap sensitive. So if I search for Debian, FS Debian, that search is all in all lowercase, but it returns Debian with the capital D at the beginning. And if I happen to be not in my home directory, I just filter out the permission denied stuff. And then I get the number of lines. So I echo the number of results and I get the number of lines right there. And here I create an index, and I'm using the letters here. This seemed like the simplest way to do so. And if there are more results than this, then I probably ought to go a few directories deeper and narrow my search. So what is this, 26 times 4? So then I get an index and I cut it at the number of lines. So let's search for Debian again. Notice this stops at L. It doesn't just keep going because I stop the index given the number of lines of the search. And so here I set num equals 1. And I tried to do where I did a while loop and I looped through the index, but that didn't. I couldn't get that to work with eval here. So num equals 1, and I increment the number. So I go through the index, go through every letter, and I echo out the first line, and then on the next loop the second line. And for each line, here's the line. I echo out the letter. So we'll do the FS Debian again. I echo out the letter A space and then the line of the find command results. And then here what I do is I make the search term green because I like that better instead of whatever the I don't think it would have a color otherwise. So here, notice the search term right here. And so all of this, I'm piping it with grep and making the search result green so it's more visible. And then finally, I take each of the letters in the index and I set it to a variable. That's how I'm able to, so I have to use eval because it's going through, and I've got, I'm using the I looping through and making that into a variable here. So that's how I'm able to have, these are actually the variables. Hopefully this was helpful for you, and maybe it'll be a handy tool for you. I hope so, and I hope you have a good day.